Okay, let me get some things out of the way before I start talking about the subject of this video. First of all, I do not in any way whatsoever hate Piggy. I just don't, and no matter what happens, I never will. Piggy will always hold a special place in my heart because it's what got me back into Roblox, and it even started my channel. And I have so many good memories from when I used to play Piggy a lot more often. I just have some problems with it nowadays. And also, please don't harass MiniToon for anything said in this video. Without further ado, let's get started. So, you may be asking why I'm making a video about something negative about Piggy when I make Piggy videos all the time. Well, it's not necessarily true. While I may have made videos on Piggy in the past, if you've been keeping up with my channel lately, you can tell that my videos haven't ever been about Piggy recently. The explanation for this is something I've been wanting to talk about for a while. Piggy is not the same. It used to just be a game that you could play when you were looking for something fun. But now it's become something that has struggled to keep the storyline and gameplay consistent. So, to further explain what I'm talking about, we have to go through how Piggy was created. In January of 2020, a Roblox developer who went by the name of MiniToon decided he was going to make a racing type game on Roblox. So how did he start? Well, he made a little game called Piggy. It was not the racing game, but it was for the development of it. The first chapter of Piggy was developed in a week entirely by MiniToon for the sole purpose of being a game where he could test AI for his other game he was going to start making. MiniToon wanted to add an AI mode to his racing game so you could play when you didn't have anyone to play the game with you. So, he needed this game to learn how to use AI. Piggy may have been some granny ripoff with Peppa Pig characters, but what became of it was far beyond MiniToon's expectations. Piggy blew up. Got around 1,000 people playing at once. This may not seem like a lot, but it was the most people playing any game of MiniToon's had gotten at once. MiniToon was surprised. He didn't expect this to last long, though, so he decided to work on it once in a while as a game him and his friends could mess around in. So he just made a second chapter, and a third, and a fourth, until MiniToon realized this wasn't just a silly joke game anymore. So many people had played it. People like Think Noodles were recording a video to for every single update. Even Dan TDM played it. So MiniToon knew he had to take this seriously. So he ended up developing 12 entire chapters with a complete story that went along with them. And when the final 12th chapter was done, MiniToon went silent until he uploaded a teaser on his YouTube channel called The Journey Continues, with Pony, one of the characters, walking through snow. And eventually, MiniToon uploaded the Piggy Book 2 trailer. Book 2 would be another set of 12 chapters that take place after Book 1. But there was a problem. Piggy was dying, and it didn't have much hype anymore. Many of the big YouTubers who had played Book 1 had never even heard that there was a Book 2, due to MiniToon's silence between releases of the two. Piggy's numbers had gone down really far from when Book 1 was getting chapters. In addition to all of this, Piggy is not the same. It's not very fun anymore, and I have some supporting reasons for why I believe this. First of all, it's full of glitchers. Every map always has some glitch that people can get around to ruin the game for other people. These glitches can be from getting items without doing what needs to be done to get them, getting out of bounds, and stuff like that. Second, the gameplay is inconsistent. You may be asking what I'm talking about. Well, the gameplay is cool overall, but it tends to struggle to stay the same. There's always some random new thing that really just makes it confusing. Adding new things to the gameplay is great and prevents it from being stale, but take this example. One of the extra maps, called Breakout, has a cool feature where at the end you have to stab the enemy with a knife. But this is extremely bugged. The enemy just goes to a place where you can't get him. I spent hours trying to play Breakout on a live stream, and I never beat it because of that bug. Even if it isn't a bug, it still makes the game extremely confusing and unfun, since you could end up spending hours like me and never beat it. It's just little things like these that can end up ruining an entire update for you. Third, the story is also inconsistent. The story of Book 2 follows the player and the rest of the characters trying to defeat a ghost-like entity called the Insolence, who can control the minds of people infected with a virus created by someone named Mr. P, who the player confronted in Book 1. The virus turns people into mindless monsters. However, the Insolence has the ability to control these monsters and make them do what he wants. This is an awesome concept, but it just makes the story end up being weird because the storyline is only introduced halfway through Book 2, and in my opinion, a new season to a show or a sequel to a movie, or in this case a sequel to a video game, should all follow one main objective with smaller objectives that all play a part in achieving that main objective. But there's so many different objectives in Book 2 that there's not enough chapters to face off against the Insolence. We only go face to face with the Insolence in the last 3 chapters, and we only hear of him in the last 6. And while the ending is good, it seems like it's trying to make a story that is confusing as the FNAF storyline. The only difference is we don't have enough content to help us figure out the actual meaning of what happened in the ending, which leads me to my next point. The ending of Book 2 was so confusing. It brings back a character who had already died and acts like the infection is gone, even though there was only one cure to it. There's only one sample of the cure, yet it acts like the entire infection is gone. People are going to stores and stuff as if there was no infection in the first place. There's no monsters. So you assume that there would be new content soon to help explain this. No. Other than an extra chapter that just gave a small backstory to a side character, we haven't gotten anything that is overall important to the Insolence. We were just supposed to get a spin-off taking place after Book 2 called Piggy Inner City, but we didn't. The demo was released in January 2021, and Minitoon said he was going to spend around 6 months working on it after Book 2 was done. But now, 9 months after Book 2's over, we still have nothing, and it's just sad at this point. Anyway, that's my problems with Piggy nowadays. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. This video is actually my first video with a script, other than my animations, of course. So, I was trying to put effort into this video. Thanks for watching if you did, and I'll see you guys later. And to Minitoon, please try to bring back Piggy. Bye, guys.